Hello friends, this is Sheetal Pathak here from your favorite channel Creatively Made in Home, and in today's video we are gonna learn the basic of knitting starting with casting on. Today I am gonna share with you two ways which are my favorite and they are very simple to cast on. The first method is cable cast on and the second is long tail cast on. So let us see how to begin the knitting. So while learning, better take acrylic, little bit thick yarn and suitable thick needles for them. Bamboo needles are better as the stitches won't slip easily on this bamboo. Steel needles and plastic needles are very slippery, so at the beginning it will be difficult to handle the stitches. So at the beginning practice with bamboo needle, little bit thick yarn and some lighter color will be better as you can see the stitches and understand how they perform. So let us begin. This is your tail yarn and this we call it as a working end, which is coming from the ball. So leave about 4-5 inch of the tail yarn, wrap it around the two fingers, hold it like this, pull out your fingers. So this is a loop. So it is a loop like this. From this loop, pull out the tail yarn like this. So this forms a slip knot. This slip knot has a feature that when you pull one end it becomes tight, when you pull the other end it becomes loose. You can increase the loop size when you pull it, and when you pull the tail yarn it reduces. So when you are making the slip knot, always remember to pull the tail yarn from the loop, so that when you start working, if you pull the tail yarn, your last stitch will become tight, otherwise it remains little loose. I'll show it again. Keep 4-5 inch of tail yarn, wrap it around your fingers, two fingers, hold it like this, pull out your fingers, and from this loop pull the tail yarn loop like this. So this forms a slip knot. Let us begin with the first method, that is cable cast on. For cable cast on methods, take both of your needles and insert them in the loop. Then pull the tail yarn, your loop will tighten around the two needles like this. Now I'll show you how to cast on the stitches with cable cast on method. Take your working yarn, this is our working yarn, and wrap it around the bottom needle like this. Then you have the yarn going in between two needles. Carefully hold it with your right hand, this working yarn like this, and this down needle pull it out through the loop like this. This is our next stitch. We will put it on the left needle like this. So we casted, the slip knot was the first stitch, this is our second stitch. Now don't pull the yarn. Before that, see, you can see each stitch has this one round around the needle. That is, in technically terms, this is called the front loop and this is the back loop. The loop which is towards you is the front loop and away from you, other side, is the back loop. So each stitch is made up of two loops. Now in cable cast on, we don't insert the needle in any of the loops. Instead of that, we insert in between two stitches. So now this is our first stitch, second stitch. I'll insert the needle For more clarity, I'll hold it like this. Here, in this. So both the second stitch loops are out here and the first stitch is here. I've inserted. Now you pull the working yarn, so the stitches tighten. Again wrap it around the bottom needle, slowly pull that yarn like this and put it on the left needle. This is our third stitch. Don't tighten it right now. Again insert your needle between the second and third stitch like this. Now tighten the stitch and wrap it around the needle, pull out like that. This is the next stitch. Put it on the left needle, insert the needle in between the stitches, tighten the stitch, wrap it around the bottom needle, pull out the yarn like this and put it on the left needle. So this is called as cable cast on method. Why I like this method is because the edge that you get, this will be our bottom of any project. So that line, the bottom line what you get with this method is very nice and it has little bit of elasticity. I'll show you the squashes made with this method and long tail method. I use long tail cast on method when there are number of stitches are less. You have the risk of running out of yarn. So when I'm casting on for the sweaters or for bigger projects, I use this method. This gives a very beautiful edge. So similarly put in between the first and the previous stitch, take the yarn over, pull it out and continue like that for as many number of stitches you want to cast on. I'll show you few more stitches. Insert in between the two stitches, pull the yarn, wrap it around the bottom needle, pull the yarn out, tighten it little bit, put it on the left needle. Okay, now itself you can see it looks like each stitch base is interwoven and it looks very beautiful. Now let us see the second method, that is long tail cast on. In this method you have to take as the name suggests, you have to take a long tail and start casting on the stitches. Now how long to take that tail is the big question, because there are many methods people follow to decide how much length of yarn to be left. So I prefer this method where there are less number of stitches to be cast on, because for the cardigan or sweater there are hundreds of stitches and if you run out of the tail yarn, then you can't do it. You can't do anything but rip off everything and start casting on again. So I use this method basically for scarf or socks, washcloth, like that, small projects. So let us learn the long tail method. The general thumb rule to decide how much the tail yarn to be left is leave 3-4 inch of the tail yarn. Take your needle on which you are gonna work and start wrapping around it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, and each round is considered as one stitch. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds, so almost 5 stitches. So wrap it as many number of stitches you want. Now for example I'll show 15 stitches. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are my 15 stitches. Again leave 2-3 inch of the yarn, hold there and take this out. So this length what I have got is considered as a long tail. Here I'll make my slip knot. So I'll hold the yarn around 2 fingers like this, take this loop off and through this loop pull out the tail yarn loop like this. Okay, now insert your one needle in this, make the loop tight, pull the yarn. Now hold the working yarn. This is a working yarn and this is our tail yarn. Hold the working yarn between your middle finger and forefinger like this and wrap the tail yarn around your thumb like this. So from the slip knot, this is a working yarn going towards the forefinger and this is a tail yarn going around your thumb. Now what you have to do is you have to hold this all yarns tight, working yarn, all tail yarns, all this very tight. Insert the needle like this and grab that working yarn and pull it out like that. Then you pull the tail yarn again around your thumb and this forms the stitch. Again go under this yarn and pull that working yarn. Then when you stretch this tail yarn with your thumb, that stitch tightens there. Under the yarn, pull this yarn, stretch it with your thumb. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. See, this is very quick method. You get number of stitches very fast, but the only scarcity is running out of this tail yarn, so make sure to maintain a long tail yarn. So we have casted the stitches with long tail yarn method. Here are some squashes made with both the types of cast on methods. The first sample is with stockinette stitch with cable cast on, and the bottom is stockinette stitch with long tail. On the right side you can see garter stitch with cable cast on and garter stitch with long tail cast on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you must have enjoyed it. If so, please don't forget to like the video, share it, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and even visit creativilymadeinhome.com, my blog, where you can get lots of other information too. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.